Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate with SixPackAbs.com, here to tell you on how to get massive gains on a budget. We all know that making massive lean gains requires massive nutrient intake. Eat big to get big, correct? We've all heard the phrase and we all tend to believe certain things. If it's on the internet, it should be true, right? But on contrary to popular belief, it doesn't necessarily have to break your bank when it comes to getting lean, quality muscle built to your body. It's not a secret that getting your hands on healthy food is a little more difficult than getting your hands on unhealthy food. It is a little bit more costly, but when it comes to getting your lean body mass up to where you want to get, it is crucial that you follow certain protocol. Now mind you, we don't want to add weight or add gains per se if a lot of that gain is body fat. I always tell my clients as well as individuals, what's the point of gaining so much weight if I gain 20 pounds and if 20 pounds of that's fat? There's no point. A lot of people, they want to gain weight and get big, but in reality, it's not the right kind of composition that we're looking for. I'm here to tell you to forget about the dollar menu gains. Scratch that out, throw it out the window. With what I'm going to tell you right here, there are 3 easy ways to get massive gains without breaking your bank. Tip number 1, always prepare in advance. I always tell individuals to always invest in a set of Tupperware. As you can see here, I've got my lunch box all well equipped. And if you look at that, it's loaded with my meals for the go. They're already measured out with my lean food. And that way, if I'm on the go, if I'm driving, or I'm in a meeting, I can't stop by a restaurant to get a nice, healthy, lean meal, I can just pop one of these out and eat it, okay? When you invest in Tupperware, it does require a bit more preparation. But I promise you it's going to save you a lot more money as opposed to making these bad decisions, not eating, skipping meals, and then gorging and binging on a bad restaurant buffet. We can only have so much gas station sushi, correct guys? Tip number 2, guys, start buying in bulk. It's going to be a little bit more costly up front, but it's going to save you time and money in the long run. I always tell people, don't always get the super savings deals. Me personally, I always check the per ounce per unit price on each label, because sometimes marketing, what they do, they have a family size pack, but in reality it's more expensive per unit. So that's another good way whenever you're buying in bulk to check how much per ounce or per unit each individual item is sold for. When it comes to buying your protein and your supplements, it will save you tons of money down the road if you buy in advance. Not only that, but you're going to have it handy on stock whenever you need it. Tip number 3, guys, stop wasting your money on muscle building scams. A lot of these meal replacements, protein bars, weight gainers, they're all full of preservatives, sugars, and excess amount of fats. It's very difficult to find a protein bar that's all natural, that's low in sugar and low in fat. You have to understand a lot of these are filled with fillers. They're called fillers for a reason, because guess what? They make you feel full. And when you're eating these kind of individual items on a regular basis, you're going to feel full, but in reality you're not going to consume the right appropriate nutrients that you're going to need to get your gains. You cannot go wrong with healthy, clean eating. So as opposed to supplements or whole foods, I will highly recommend 100% of the time to stick with whole food eating, because you know exactly what's going into your body and what's coming out. Stick to lean meats like chicken breast, tilapia, cod, flounder, lean ground turkey, and your complex carbohydrates, stick with your sweet potatoes, quinoa, your vegetables, oatmeal. And don't be afraid to get creative with your foods. Add some spices to it, add some condiments, but I'll always recommend when you're adding condiments and spicing and adding flavor to your food to watch your sugar intake and your fat intake. When it comes to sodium, if you have high blood pressure issues, you might want to look out for that. But if you're working out on a regular basis and sweating on a regular basis and drinking plenty of water, you should be fine on the sodium. Now sodium's going to help you retain a little bit more water, so you may not be as clear when it comes to the midsection, but when it comes to sodium retention, all you have to do is cut it out, switch it to something called Mrs. Dash. It gives you the same effect like sodium, but it's got no sodium at all, to where it doesn't taste like you're eating cardboard all day, and it'll cut your water weight out. You have to understand, when watching your sodium is actually in direct control of your hormone called aldosterone. That is what is in control of what your water produces, or what holds your water in and what holds your water out. If you completely cut your sodium out 100% of the time, it throws off your aldosterone to where it's going to retain more water. So if you ever want to manipulate water, guys, let's say for a photo shoot, bodybuilding competition, or you just want to look damn good for your date, what you have to do is cut your sodium out and replace it with Mrs. Dash, because your body's going to think it's still consuming sodium, but in reality it's not. So you'll have the same effect without the actual sodium, and you'll get a dry, cleaner look like that. Regardless of how many endless hours you spend in the gym working out, 80 to 90% of your results are going to be your nutrition. And many people hate to hear that, but that's the truth. I always tell people abs are not made in the gym, they're made in the kitchen. And believe it or not, that's 100% accurate. By sticking to my 3 tips, number 1, investing in Tupperware and some kind of ice box to keep it with you. Number 2, stop wasting money on muscle building scams. And number 3, buying in bulk will help you in the long run to get the gains and the body that you ultimately desire. Once again, guys, I'm Nate with SixPackShortcuts.com. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope these informational tips helped you out a lot, and stay tuned for the next video.